First race of the day, the heavy A category.
Yes, sir, an A main in the double A category, and there's Ed Carpenter right there, a young man who is the stepson of Tony George, the president of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and they've been very instrumental in this racetrack taking shape here at the State Fairgrounds.
Racing in their blood all over the state of Indiana, and not just the Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
There's young Ed Carpenter there, and sponsored by Clabber Girl, that Holman family, that they're out of Terre Haute. Of course, they sponsor Stevie Reeves and a lot of folks on the Busch Grand National Trail. Another interesting machine you want to watch for in this race is actually it's the number 3 machine of Michael Lewis, and that is a beast chassis right there.
Let's set the rows for this event, beginning in the front row with John Nervo and Christopher Kolsch.
Michael Lewis and Ginny White in the second row.
Danny Stratton, who is the fast qualifier, along with Ed Carpenter.
Christopher Moore and Brian Downey make up the next row.
Dominic Bando and Sean Rice, finished up by J.D. Nash as the alternate, and here they go for the green flag. We've got an incident right away.
They've commenced the crashing already, and it kind of looked like the number 3 machine there of Michael Lewis might have gotten a little bit lower. He got tangled up with the 5 car of Danny Stratton. Let's watch the replay and see if we can find out what took place there.
As they come around the corner, you see 3 right in the middle. That's Lewis, and Stratton kind of gets underneath him a little bit there.
I think he got down low there and maybe hit the inside, those yellow bumps down there, and that bumped him right up into the side of Lewis, and they've commenced and wrecking right off the bat. Oh, there's some trouble there with the 8 machine. That's Brian Downey, who he lost a chain and was subsequently disqualified because a part of that chain fell on the track. And whenever you discharge parts on the track, automatically you are disqualified. That's heartbreak for that kid. Never even got a lap in.
Certainly is, and his frustration goes to the sideline while the hope and the glory for the other guys gets ready to take the green flag. And here they come around the final turn and taking the green to get this race underway, Dave.
And well, double May, there they go. And again, the 2 machine out there, that's Christopher Kolsch, who's leading. And holding on there, right behind him, Michael Lewis. And it's the Beast chassis, as we alluded to earlier. It's made by Bob East, the Beast chassis. And you recognize that number 9. It's very familiar if you're a fan of Thursday Night Thunder and watching the midget races. And look at the pass down low there. Nice move there by Michael Lewis, and got right underneath him to take the lead.
These racers range in age from 12 to 16, and for a lot of these racers, the 16-year-olds in particular, this is their last event in the quarter midgets.
This is their the last hurrah, the last chance they'll have an opportunity to show off. And the Eastern Finals here, this is a race that draws people from all over the United States. This is the Eastern Finals, and the Western are held up in Canada.
Michael Lewis continues to lead. He's in the white number 3 car, and Christopher Kolsch in the second position in the number 2 car. And Lewis started from the 3rd spot, obviously, as his number indicates, but he didn't waste any time getting right up there to the front.
Well, the top 3 there pulled out of Ed Carpenter making up that 3rd position. They've kind of pulled away, and it looks like your 2 leaders are moving a little bit away from him as the number 2 machine, Christopher Kolsch, kind of looking down low on occasion. It's very difficult to pass, and down he goes. Kolsch trying to get underneath him, but Lewis slams the door on him to hold him off.
There's an obvious groove on this track, just as you see in all racetracks around the world.
Exactly, and Vince, this track is banked 9 degrees, 12 minutes, exactly like the banking at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, but on a smaller dimension like this, it looks more radical. The banking looks more radical. Now we're starting to pick up on some slower traffic, and this can create problems for the leaders. Michael Lewis has to decide whether he's going to go high or low under somebody, and Kolsch could probably get underneath him there. There's some action in the back of the pack, some good racing going on from front to back.
Car number 9, that's Dominic Bando, and
Sean Rice in the 0 car also. And look at Sean, goes underneath him. Nice pass, nice job there.
And we talked about the pass, and a lot of times you'll see the pass either made as they go into the turn or as they come out. And now we're back up front with Michael Lewis continuing to lead Christopher Kolsch.
That's what Kolsch is trying to do. You can see him down low there. Let's see if he can pull it. Oh, Lewis again slams him down, and we got a car stopped on the side there. We got a yellow flag. We'll try to find out exactly what took place. Oh, Ed Carpenter, who had been running 3rd, Vince, out of the program.
So a tough break for Ed Carpenter, and the break in the action, although it's certainly not a break for Carpenter, it is a break for the rest of the cars and the drivers, because it allows the tires to cool down and the cars to run a little bit better and the handling to be more productive.
There's your green flag, and again, look at him, Michael Lewis standing out there, just standing on the gas, doing a fine job. And as you mentioned, Vince, he goes flying around some slower traffic already. He's a guy with a mechanical difficulty there. Ginny White already out of the slowing considerably there, but kind of gives them a chance to kind of relax a little bit. These little cars pull a lot of G's, as you can see some action in the back there. And Dominic Bando in the 9 machine, again getting challenged by Sean Rice. And Sean had gotten around him before, but had been moved back because he passed him, and then they reverted back to the lap before when the yellow flag went out.
Well, there's Michael Lewis. Michael Lewis is your leader, 16 years old, from Noblesville, Indiana, trying to earn that championship ring that comes along with winning the Eastern Grand National title.
You know, hard to believe that just a year ago, young Jeff Hunt, the young man who's 17 years old, is driving the USAC midgets now on the national trail with the United States Auto Club and doing a great job there and driving the Potter V6 car. A year ago, he was competing in this category right here. So pretty interesting, and who knows what these young drivers are doing a year from now. Well, we got him sideways there. Oh, look at it. That's that battle between Bando, it looks like, and Sean Rice has been going on hot and heavy for quite some time, and they're all tangled up.
Well, they finally got the best of them. We saw them, as you said, battling in the back of the pack, and you just wondered how long it was going to take before they got together, and I guess we've received our answer.
Looks like Sean tried to dive underneath him and got a little bit of a push there and drove right into the side of Dominic Bando. That'll put both of those machines at the back of the pack.
Michael Lewis getting ready to come lead the pack around for the green flag and get things started. They'll go around one more time, it looks like, and as Dave mentioned, in the Beast chassis, Michael Lewis sporting there, and he's been holding off Christopher Kolsch much of the race, hoping to win this event, and just about 9 laps remaining.
Oh, we got to tangle up again and again. That pair, there's the machine there. Sean Rice once again involved in an incident.
Well, just before as they were getting ready to take the green flag.
Yeah. They commenced to crash it.
They'll give him a push.
Off he goes.
Realign their starting position and get ready for the green flag. Michael Lewis trying to hold off Christopher Kolsch and win the 1995 Eastern Grand National title in the heavy A category.
And they're back under racing conditions here. Look at the battle for second going on now. Kolsch now, who'd been working so hard on Lewis, now has a fight of his own. That's the number 5 car, Danny Stratton, behind him.
Stratton had the fast time out, so he is certainly a contender. But I tell you right now, it looks like Michael Lewis is the man to beat. He seems to have stretched his lead over Kolsch, and earlier in the race, Kolsch had some opportunities to get by him, but he just never really seemed to have the power.
You know, we talk about how these guys are battling amongst themselves, but certainly the qualifying times are so tight, so close. It's just, you really have to work very hard to pass a guy.
Next lap will be the white flag, and Michael Lewis will have just 1 to go, and there is the white flag. And unless he wrecks, he looks like he's going to be on his way to a championship.
Kolsch has got anything for him here at the end? No! And look at the arm in the air. I got to be awful happy. What a great feeling for that young 16-year-old racer from Noblesville, Indiana.
Michael Lewis is your winner. He held off Christopher Kolsch. Lewis ran it from the front most of the way after starting from the number 3 position, and there you